Hey Dragonetta, this is the first live stream we've ever done, so I'm trying to see how I actually see the chat. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, there's actually one already hatched out from 2 days ago. It's underneath her right now. It'll pop out eventually. A great connection to birds or live streams? Yeah, but I'm sure you mean the live stream. That's good, because our Wi-Fi here is kind of spotty, so that's good. I don't know if you just heard the tapping noises there. I don't know if the phone would have picked it up, but those tapping noises. For our Wi-Fi, we had like a Verizon MiFi hotspot, and that device sucks. The connection is fine, the data connection, but the device would always drop and be really weak. So now I have that SIM card in a tablet, and then the tablet shares its Wi-Fi with a router, which then shares it with the rest. Yeah, that tap, 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 that's inside one of these eggs. We've never hatched chicks before here. We've never had an interest. We just rescue the chickens, but as of recent, grocery shortages, we've decided to let our egg production if we need to. Oh, that egg just moved. Don't bite me. So yeah, it's this one right here. Oh, I'm sorry. Where's your other baby? Are you hungry? Hungry? Little Bordy, how's it going? I don't even know if this chick will pop out within the time one would expect it to live stream it, but the egg is wiggling, and the last chick that hatched out that's sitting underneath her right now, I knew it was going to hatch because the hen here, Thanksgiving, she started kind of mumbling, burp, 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 and then within a couple hours there was a chick. So I've heard her mumbling kind of all day, and now I can see this egg wiggling, so I'm hoping that in not too much time. You can also hear a mouse making a nest somewhere next to me, and it's very distracting. Yeah, hell yeah. It's I figured a live stream is good because making a video is harder. You know, it takes too much time, and we've been working nonstop. We've added humongous amount of square footage to this place and building hatcheries and incubators, and it's too much work has gone on to document it, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna have to play catch up, kind of following around with the camera and showing everybody what we've done in the meantime. That's true, but like, I don't know, I don't want to fall into live streams, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, not not super chatty, you know what I mean? Like if I enjoyed hanging out chatting all day, I'd already do that. So it's like, well, if we're gonna live stream, I want to live. I figured, hey, here's a chick hatching, so we can live stream that, chat a little bit during it. But then the next time we live stream, it could be something completely different. Um, so yeah, I wanna utilize it for more interesting things. Oh man, I wouldn't even know. This hen is actually a game hen. She's not, you know, your traditional laying hen. A little smaller, they can fly better, they got longer legs. For Slab City, I'm pretty confident that they're actually a better chicken choice because if your chickens were to get out or a dog were to get in, uh, these ones here can fly and run like nothing else, so they will get away from a dog. So the eggs beneath her are part game hen, part laying hen. So I'm actually hoping that we can make a hybrid out here that's going to be a good slab chicken. I have more in the incubator after this. The phone I'm using is completely smashed on the screen, and it's live, and then like some timestamp, and then it's just all smash screen. Slab Chicken's my new slab name. A little peep to come out. It's really cute. It's hanging out underneath her somewhere. Yeah. Some chickens will damn near starve themselves and not get up and get food or water. They're just completely hypnotized into egg state. So I put the water really close and I'll hold it up to her face every once in a while. And 2 or 3 times a day I'll come in and just put food in my hand and she'll eat it out of my hand. So I make sure she's fed. And now that there are babies popping out, she'll eat more to show them how to pick at the ground, which is good. So and she'll be back to normal chicken life. Get your baby. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Like when the baby popped out, like, I'm a mommy. We actually have duck eggs also incubating, and I believe we're about 3 to 6 days away from those starting to open up as well. So there should be 7 baby ducks pretty soon. And how many months ago? I don't even know. 3, 4 months ago, if not more, we had baby tortoises pop out. So we have the adult male female desert tortoises, and they came to us as a pair, and she almost immediately laid eggs. And then, you know, a month or two later, a few babies started popping out, and eventually we had 5 of them. But I didn't want to make any videos of it because baby things die sometimes, especially with exotic animals. So kind of just kept it quiet and let nature take its course. And yeah, we still have them. We got 5 babies, baby tortoises. So one of these next live streams can be a baby tortoise exposure stream. Yeah, I even have a baby wild bird right now, actually, that Flamingo Camp here contacted us and said that their cat brought home a baby bird, but didn't injure it. But now, like, the baby bird is just kind of flopping around. It has its feathers. It can almost fly. It's really feisty, really strong. So we took it in and put it in an enclosure that we have that has some gaps up near the top. So, you know, 2-3 days, this little baby bird, it's a towhee, an Abbott's towhee. They're kind of a pest around here. I usually hate them because they tear up our gardens, but this one we love. So we're just gonna have it in this enclosure with food and water and heat at night, and eventually it's gonna be able to be strong enough to fly to the top of the enclosure, and then it can just get out. So its release program is based on when it determines it can escape, and we've made escape easy. Yeah, cats are, well, cats are very, very adept. That's true. Actually, another, you know, RabbitSide update, yeah, is that we have, we put up a video about Grable, our kitten that we also got from Flamingo Camp again, and Grable became an outside cat slowly but surely and learned the ropes and the lay of the land and was hunting mice and doing real good. And then one night he just didn't show up. Didn't show up the next day, didn't show up the next day, and has never come back. Which is highly unlike Grable. You know, Grable couldn't go 15 minutes without being pet. Assume that it's either one of the great horned owls that like to land on the fence near here and prowl around, or coyotes or dogs. But also, he's a really nice cat, so he might have just wandered up to somebody, and someone was like, "Oh, a really nice cat. I'll take you." You know, he didn't have a collar because, you know, it was a belief of mine actually that a cat with a collar is a cat that can get stuck. You know, he gets himself in some really stupid situations. So yeah, I went to East Jesus, you know, near them. Flamingo, they rescue cats. They have some of this cat's siblings. 2 days later, our neighbor's cat went missing also, and then they found their cat. So I was happy and jealous. But no, we've done what we can. You know, we've checked all the places. We called the animal control. We've walked around calling them, but that's kind of what we signed up for when we got the cat. We needed something to hunt mice and rats, which meant it had to be outside at nighttime. And then we did every living fucking thing we could to make sure that that cat was safe. But you just can't always, you know, like these eggs under here, I'm letting the chicken incubate them, but there's one that's fallen out and she hasn't pulled it back in. She will, maybe, you know, but that's nature. It's all about odds. So, I mean, it's hard to accept sometimes, but it's kind of just part of the deal. And now we have a whole lot of mice and rats, so there's that. Oh, here comes the Pete. Baby, have some food. Want this? Where's your baby? The ducks are yelling at me because I have to feed them. The loud one you can probably hear, that's Daphne. Okay. Oh, wait. Here's the other baby. See that one? That's the one that was born a couple days ago. You found a window. You're gonna fall out. That's a stupid spot. Hey, little baby. I'm playing baby chicken with Minecraft noises in the background. I don't know if you just saw, but the mom, she keeps pecking at the baby's like face and kind of eye area. It really worried me last night. I almost separated them, but she's not hurting it. It's kind of just part of what they do, because the baby, if they had their way, they just sit there underneath mama all day long, and so she's trying to like basically tell her to move out and start. But I was really worried because it looked like she was going for the eyeballs, but I mean, this little baby has now taken a good 30 pecks like that to its face over time with 0 damage. So they're kind of just like instructional pecking, if that makes sense, I think. Yeah, there it is. The patterning on it is a particular genome type. There's different, you can tell by the chick's pattern kind of what genes the chicken's going to have. Not necessarily what variety it will be, but this pattern here is apparently the E+ wild type gene, which is what this game hen would be. And the rooster that's involved with all this is a gamecock, so all of the chicks should have some degree of this wild type in them. Oh, there's a stretch. Yeah, it just looks like a little chipmunk bird. And she is teaching her. This is how you eat stuff. That's hopeful. Yeah, oh, she just booted her out the door. Gonna get your... You're cute. Ow. She's biting me. Yeah. Okay, so I'm leaving this running, but I'm gonna walk off for a second, and I will return. Close up this hatch so no chicks pop out, and don't let it hatch without me. Okay. I'm back. I needed a smoke. There we go. Hey, who moved that egg? That's interesting. She moved the egg it's been wiggling. Hey, Cos, what's up? Oh, Thanksgiving just caught on. I switched my computer fully to Linux. She's waiting for me to leave, yeah. That's just it. Don't look at me hatch. I switched my computer to Linux, so I have to switch the software that I use to edit video. And the one that I hope to use isn't working for me yet. So editing has become a pain in the ass. And so I thought, well, I'll live stream something. Little chipmunk baby. Oh, hey, Mickey, I will. Man, Jesse's on the phone with some friends. Like, people are using this Zoom app to just kind of conference call each other. And so she got sucked into one of those and was like, all right, I'll give it a go. But we're in here and Matt Bordy's in here. I'm like, ah, man, Jesse, get out here. So I'll definitely extend that to both of them. Yeah, we're all doing pretty good, actually. We're having a good time. Yeah, sucked into it. Yeah, exactly. Well, we're not definitely like conference call people per se. Texting's nice, but phone calls are kind of like, ugh. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? The rabbit. Actually, there is Peter the rabbit, but I am Ryan. And not to say that like Peter doesn't do shit, but like there are three of us, and the person that you always see in the videos is me, Ryan. And then you'll see Jesse as well. And then the two of us will speak about Peter in a way that people always think that I'm Peter, but that I talk in the third person. But he does grown-up stuff. And then when he comes home from the grown-up stuff, he then runs around and works on a lot of the stuff here with me. So it's, yeah, I do have an incubator and the hen. I was actually just going to take the camera away from here for a sec, and yeah, I did the one video with Peter because I wanted him to be in at least one. And I want to do more like that, but some other stuff. Everything's a disaster because I'm building everywhere. There's 1,000 flies too. That's El Paco and Oleana. She has a limp. Those are the two ducks that are producing the ducklings that we're about to hatch. And there's my ducks. Yeah, exactly, Mickey. I think we always tell each other, like, none of this could happen with just one. Like, even the things that I build, I only build them because of them. Yeah, this is the incubator. It's one of those Coleman coolers. They're a 12-volt cooler, and you plug it into your car and keep stuff cold. And so it's got this little unit on it here it would blow hot air out and cool air in. But if you switch the wires, it blows cool air, out, yeah, and hot air in. So, Dragonetta, if you watch the video about our farmer's market cart, that's Peter dragging the cart around. And it's him talking too. But yeah, these are more eggs. These ones are yours. I just put them in there a couple days ago. So there's, I think, 13 eggs in there. And then these ones here, those are 7 duck eggs. And then a bunch of chick eggs. I have no idea when these little eggs are gonna hatch because we kind of got them already incubated, so I really have no idea. So I just check on this thing every 3 hours to spin them. There's the dad. Chickens. Hey, birds. He's fancy. I can't get it to focus. There we go. Goofy. They need food. Do you need food? That's Pale Cat. We have not stolen ducks. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, we have ducks. And they are hungry. There's 3 of them there. And 2 of them there. Quack, 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 quack. Yeah, I think we can feed them. Let's feed some stuff. Just made this. It's our mill. Little corn cob handle. So I'll take whole dry corn, stick it in here. It lasts longer than the cracked corn. If you buy the pre-cracked stuff, you have to use it pretty quickly. Otherwise, I'm not going to grind corn right now because it's loud as hell. The mice try to eat through all of our chicken food, so now I have everything in tubs. Slab City on Tuesday. I'll be in Slab City on Tuesday. That's crazy. Well, right on. Okay, so birds need food. This is just the laying crumbles. It's kind of like a complete chicken diet, and then I'll often mix that with other stuff. The ducks just eat this and then greens that I get out of the garden. This stuff here is really important for the ducks because it contains niacin, and niacin's important for their legs. There's a lot of duck species spend a lot of time in water. These ones here are terrestrial ducks, and if they don't have niacin, their legs won't grow properly. And so this one here waddles because her legs did not develop properly. Shit, you're loud. When she was a baby. She's fine, like not in pain or anything, but it's just hard for her to walk. So I try not to ever really freak her out too much. I walk really slowly around her so she doesn't have to run away from me. That egg back there should be fertilized by these 2. And this is Community Cause's future duckling. Community duck. So in this fridge I have 3 more duck eggs. The fridge isn't on And they're fertilized eggs, and you can keep them cool like this, not too cool, not too hot, and they'll stay dormant, and that's chickens do it. And once they have enough to fill up an entire clutch, then they start sitting on them. So I'm gonna fill this up with however many duck eggs I'm doing for cause, and then yeah, we'll throw them in. It looks like a mallard. Is this my beer? I'm drinking a fat tire. Mallard. If you're familiar with mallard ducks, you're probably familiar with the flying. This one here is like the size of a goose. These things are really big. And so this one here is a rouen duck. It's like R-O-U-E-N, rouen. And it's a French domesticated mallard that they turned into this really big, beefy show duck, basically. So he can't fly like a mallard can. We were told that it was a mallard, and we said, okay, we'll rescue a mallard. And then when the duck got here, I was like, this is a Godzilla mallard. This doesn't make sense. And then we determined what he is. So the mix, they're able to breed, which is really interesting. So the mix of ducks could be green heads with white bodies or white and brown speckled ducks. The patterning on this type of hybrid is really cool. So I'm pretty excited about their babies. But no, not from the hospital. What the hell was that? Sorry, something just made a weird noise. No, this duck came from Yuma. It actually came from the same place that the tortoises came from. It was, he wasn't abused or anything. He was taken care of, but by older people that like, they wanted to reduce the amount of animals they were caring for so that they could say travel or just go do stuff. So we took them on. Yeah. The male's quack is really hard to hear. The females are quite loud. But yeah, you got your food. You need water. The foot cam. Oh yeah, yeah. Daphne screams and screams and screams at me. She hears the trailer door shut. She knows I'm outside, and then she'll start hollering for me. Very, very, very smart. Ah, crap! I just spilled some. We plan on doing more videos. It's just, I don't know, our videos aren't like top Hollywood shit, but I kind of have a quality that I feel if I don't match, then I'm not happy with the video, and then I don't want to put it up. So that means it takes a lot of work for me to make videos, which means I'm not making them. So what I need to do is lower my expectations so that I could just produce more videos, because I'm literally just walking around with a camera, pointing it at chickens and feeding them. And like, that's content. So I'm trying to change my methods a little bit so that producing content is easier to do. There's some more eggs. And some chickens. Chickens. I gave them a picnic table. Somebody's rolling up to our place. Okay. I'm gonna put the camera on some chickens. I'll be right back. All right, we're good. Some guy saw a fence and thought, oh, that's weird, and then just drove around it to creep through our place a little bit. That happens, though. These are the eggs that we end up eating, boiling and pickling. Hi, Jesse. Mickey says hi, and so does Matt Bordenaro. Yeah.
I love them.
I know, right? I was like, oh shit, she got sucked into a conference call thing.
Well, that's over, and thank God.
Yeah.
Because nobody trusts science, never been such tough God.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, I'm just kind of walking back and forth, feeding chickens. There you go. There's a heart from Mickey, and a I love y'all from Mattress Boardy. That's Jesse's hand. In her hair.
I need you to recheck your email at some point. Peter's definitely on lunch.
Open up my computer, open a tab, just type the word Gmail, and it'll log in, and then you can, yeah.
Who just pulled up?
Some dude just drove through. Okay. Yeah. I would have pointed the camera at her, but I know, like, she's not nuts about being on camera. She'll do it, but I figure if I don't have to, I'm not gonna. All right, excuse me, birds. They're pushy. This rooster here we raised from a peep from the very get-go. And there's one back there that's terrified of me. That one we just rescued. So he doesn't know I'm the food guy yet. Sometimes when you have birds that kind of fight with each other, if you give them food in a bunch of different spots, then they can kind of separate themselves and not fight over the one source of food. Yeah, Mickey, she's at least well enough to have hair, but no, she's doing great. We're all in good health, and you know, Peter does work at Walmart, which is a godsend for him not losing his job like so many people, but it's also a big burden because he works in one of the few places that are still open. So like, he puts himself at risk going there, but we take almost hospital level precautions when he comes home. So maybe I'll do a live stream to show that at some point, because it's pretty intensive. But no, he's extremely careful with it. We sanitize every single item that has come inside of this place for the last 2 months now, so it's been really helpful to have a guy that works there, you know, so he can come home with the materials that we need. And I need a sip of my beer. Feeding these chickens is a lot of running around. Yeah, you know, I figure we're good at adapting at problems, and this coronavirus thing is a pretty big problem to adapt to. Uh-oh, low battery. I'll solve that bit. These are more chickens. A couple of them, if you may have noticed, are in cages. That's because they're either new or for whatever reason they were kind of weak and they got moved to the bottom of the totem pole. And chickens are savage and they will kill a chicken on the bottom. So you fix that by putting them in the cage for a little bit, get them stronger, and then you let them out. And then one of them is going to be a jerk, and then you put them in a cage. I didn't find my shoes, and now I got poos. I need to put this bag on the babies and then plug it in, I think. And I'm at it. I might as well just do this. That's Bob. Hi, Bob. Oh yeah, there's a ton of lizards out here. None of them very big. Some of them get pretty large, but they get large because they're smart and they stay away from people. So most of the lizards you see are pretty small. There's even some geckos out here that, yeah, you can go years without ever seeing one. And these tortoises are also wild out here. Not this one, but I think Kaz said, and you can correct me on this, Kaz, but one of these wandered through your place once. Hey, Bob. If the chickens have ever eaten a lizard, I haven't seen it. But one time I heard a mouse screaming and I went and looked, and one of the chickens, a little white one I had on here a moment ago, she was running around with the mouse hanging out of her mouth, and then she lost it. Another time I found a dead mouse in the duck pen. I think the ducks beat it up. I don't know which way I'm going. Hi, ducks. Nuki, get out of here. Get out of here, Nuki. Okay, so I've just been doing this. I've been hearing the tapping on the eggs, and actually Dragonetta said she could hear it through here. Yeah. Okay, let's see, like these 3 eggs here, I think it's that one. She's moved them, so I'm not exactly sure. I don't know, go away, I can close it. I wish ours ate ants. Nothing eats them. I'm gonna reach into the studio and put a charge guy on that. Yeah, I think Mickey and Bordy are both still on there. Yeah, I was trying to move in a way that makes them comfortable. Chickens, you can kind of run around them a little bit, but the ducks, they speed up, they just freak out. So if I'm consistently the same thing when I go in there, and I don't change much, then they don't get afraid. There we go. That's good. Oh wait, I gotta plug in the other side of this. Must be. Sorry. I know. This phone is not charging. Right on, Cause. Thanks for popping in. Seeing some of your future friends. Yeah, all our chickens have names. The mom here, that's Thanksgiving. Baby. Beep, beep, beep. Hello, baby. All right, well, this phone is about to die. And that egg didn't hatch, but this is technically a hatched chicken, so all is well. But yeah, this is, you know, first live stream I've ever done, and so far so good. But I'll keep doing this, I think. I'll pop in and show you more baby stuff, and we still got baby tortoises and a whole lot of stuff that's different. So yeah, I think we will do this again. I'll give you a little more baby action. Absolutely. Thanks to all of you. Yeah, we really appreciate it, and you all stay safe as well. And don't touch people. And stay home. All right. Bye.